Hello everybody and welcome back to the Doll Beneath. So we finally got through episode 3 of the game, and now we're moving on to episode 4. And I'm kind of curious on what's going to happen because, well, Moira's dead. We fired off the God Killer and supposedly wiped out the Darkening. And our heroes wound up getting teleported out of Camden City and wound up in the middle of the woods. Oh, and Alia's apparently alive. Don't know what happened to Alethea, and if Alia's alive, then that means Dell's most likely still alive, and Moors is probably still alive as well. Oh boy, but let's go and jump right into episode 4. Only 2 more episodes left. Hello? Is anyone home? Hello? Well, at least they found the house. I'm starting to think no one is home. Maybe they're just ignoring us. They could be trying to hide from the Darkening. But don't they know that they're gone? We defeated them. Humanity is saved. I highly doubt they're aware of that, especially given the fact that they're so far away from the city. True. Should I knock again? I mean, you can try, but I don't think they're going to answer. House is probably left abandoned. You think we're lying? You literally tried to kill us back in the city, and you derailed the train we were on. You're freaking crazy. For the last time, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. What nightclub are you even referring to? The Blue Dot? I mean, sure, I've thought about working there, but I'm an unemployed mess. I don't have a job right now. You probably have me confused with someone else. What's going on over here? Why are you guys yelling? I never worked at the Blue Dot nightclub. I never associated myself with Ego. And last but not least, I am not a murderer. What part of that don't you understand? If it wasn't obvious enough, I'm not your typical dancer you find inside a nasty-ass strip club. Also, I don't even know what the fuck a strand is. You keep talking about it like it's a huge thing, but ever since I woke up, I've seen nothing but rabbits and, well, you. Wait, you're saying you don't remember anything? Weren't you a dancer at the Blue Dot nightclub or something? No, I wasn't. But this idiot seems to think I was. You were a dancer, and I can prove it. She reveals all of the evidence he gathered back in Camden City. You were a dancer alongside your best friend. You collaborated with Ego to kidnap your rivals and framed it on the owner. After the Darkening infected you, you attacked us and derailed our train. You forced me into the hive mind and died shortly afterwards. Why won't you believe me? How else would I know all of this? I don't fucking know. You a stalker or something? Also, by best friend, are you talking about... Oh. Okay, now I'm really curious. How the fuck do you know about her? Because I'm telling the truth. You tried to kill me. Actually, could she possibly still be alive as well? Because she still somewhat remembered what was going on. I assume once she returned back to her human self, most of her memories revolving around the nightclub were erased. There's no point in trying to convince her. She most likely won't remember. The door's open. Did the owner leave it unlocked? You just straight up went inside. Huh? Hello? Is anyone home? I should probably check the house to see if anyone is home. Five beds. Hello? Is anyone home? There's no one in the kitchen. But there's a note in the kitchen. There's a note on the counter. It's scribbled with indecipherable writing. Okay, so much for that. Nobody in the bathroom. No one in the backyard. Layout of this house is really weird. There's no one here. Bye. Actually, looking at it too, wasn't there supposed to be an upstairs? I guess there really aren't many other survivors left, huh? Oh well. Hey, free house. Finders keepers, am I right? Kyoko. Oh my god, there you are. I didn't realize you went inside. Did you find anyone? Are the owners home? Unfortunately not, no. The house is pretty small, so there wasn't much to search. The owners either left or they, you know, there are probably not a lot of survivors left. The darkening is worldwide, remember? It's not just Camden City. With the darkening gone, all that remains are the lucky ones. I don't think we're going to be seeing too many people going forward. It might just be us for the time being. Yeah, probably. Still, can't go over what I saw back in the tower. You're referring to Moira's simulation, right? Yeah, I know what you mean. It was like a fever dream, you know? So relaxing yet so stressful. The fact that she was able to take something I created and turn it against me. It's frightening to even think about. You were in there too, weren't you? If you don't mind me asking, what exactly did you see? Kyoko? Emmy? Are you in there? You guys alright? Yeah, we're okay. You can come on inside. There's no one home. We'll talk later, alright? For now, let's just try to figure out our next move. Here comes the worst part. Rebuilding society. Yeah, right. Number 1, remember not. Kyoko was right. There's no one here. I wonder if they were taken by the darkening as well. Who knows? Pretty much just us now. Since most of the people taken by the darkening were erased as well, I can't imagine there's many humans still left alive. The only reason we're still alive is because we're partly immune. If not for the losing light, we'd be dead too. Sigh. Well, there's no use in roaming around. If the owners aren't home, we should probably set up camp in here. The woods can be dangerous at night. Also, there's quite a few beds, so we shouldn't have to worry about sleeping on the floor. But there's only 5. Meh. I'm sure Menemy can figure something out. She's a smart girl. Menemy? Relax, I was only joking. We'll figure it out, don't worry. After we get some sleep, we'll figure out what to do next. I still want to head to Camden University and figure out what exactly was going on. Even though the Darkening are gone, there's still a lot of unanswered questions. For example, how did Dr. O'Hara get his hands on a strand of Darkening? Did he find it somewhere? Also, how did they make a cure for the Darkening so fast? Are they wizards or something? Something tells me they were doing a lot more than just simple experiments down there. And I'm determined to figure it out. If I remember correctly, Camden University is further up the mountain just north of our position. It gets pretty cold up there, so we should be careful not to freeze ourselves to death. Hopefully we can find some new clothes in here. I can't stand this uniform anymore. It's honestly starting to get on my nerves. Yeah, right. What about you, Kyoko? You doing alright? Eh? Me? Oh, I'm okay. I've just had a lot to think about, that's all. A lot has happened ever since we left the Losing Light, and I haven't really gotten a chance to relax. Hopefully I can finally get a chance to take a breather. Yeah, same here. Hearing that stuff about Menemy really had me shook for a while. I wasn't able to think straight at all. Stuff about Menemy? What kind of stuff? Don't worry about it. I'll tell you about it another time. For now, let's just get some rest. For the last fucking time, I am not a murderer, nor am I a Strand. Shut the fuck up already. Oh, she's just gonna be a treat. They're still going at it, huh? I'm just surprised she's still alive. Out of all the people to come out of the Darkening alive, she was the one person I'd least expect. Kudos for her, I guess. Still, even if she's human again, I still feel uneasy around her. Yeah, me too. She literally tried to kill us back there. And if she lost a big chunk of her memories, it still doesn't excuse what she did. She's still practically the same person we met back on the train. Well, it is what it is. All we can do now is move forward. Let's just try to get some rest. It's going to get dark soon. I'm sure everyone is just as tired. Alia and Menemy are part of the group now. That's gonna be like a house on fire. Let me get this straight. I was infected by an Eldritch bacteria. Dahlia died. The nightclub owner got framed. You ended up killing me. After the Darkening were defeated, I somehow managed to return back to my human self, only to lose most of my memories in the process. Did I get all that? It all sounds so crazy. But for some odd reason, I kind of believe it. Working at the nightclub is totally something I would do, especially if Dahlia was involved. But you're telling that she died? How? I'm not too sure. All I know is that it had something to do with being strangled to death. Ah, I see. So a client killed her. Oof. So are you staying or what? Like we said before, You're more than welcome to stay, but you're not sleeping in the same room as us. Oh, come on. What do you think I'm gonna do? Kill you? What do I have to do to prove I'm not a fucking zombie? That's the thing, you can't. From what Kiyoshi said, you were already conspiring with Iko before you ended up infected. That just shows that you can't be trusted. We're not lying to you, nor are we playing a prank. Believe us or not, we don't really care. If you want to return back to the city, be my guest, but you won't find anyone. It's practically a ghost town now. Your best bet is to stick with us. Once we part ways, there's a very high chance you're going to be running solo for a while. So what's it going to be? You leaving or staying? What other choice does she have? I mean, I guess I'll stay. You guys don't look like you're lying, but it's still really hard to believe. As long as you don't make me sleep outside, I don't really give a fuck. I don't even know you people, so I could care less if I have to sleep apart from you guys. Then it's settled then. Yoshi, she's staying with us. Are you serious? Yuko, I know you like to take risks, but this is going too far. She's a psycho. An absolute lunatic. Back in the hotel, she even tried to... She, locked me in the closet. She locked you in the closet. Oh, what? Did my strand self try to fuck you or something? That's exactly what happened. Oh, boo-hoo. Cry me a fucking river. You should have did it while you had the chance. A guy like you ain't ever getting another shot. Oof. Eh. Still, can I just say RIP to drug dealer, dude? I still remember him. It's late. I should probably go to bed. I don't feel tired though. Maybe I should take a walk around. Okay, well, Aoya's out there. I'll talk with her. Oh, it's just you. Don't sneak up on me like that. It ain't cool. Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were out here. No, you don't have to sleep outside, right? I know. I'm not really that tired, so I'm just taking a little walk around the pool. Kind of relaxing out here. Gives me a bit of room to think and collect my thoughts. Yeah, I suppose it kind of does. It's so weird. One minute I'm inside my apartment and the next thing I know, I'll wake up in the outskirts of town with half my memories erased. It's also jarring, you know? It makes me feel nauseous just thinking about it. I'm not too good at apologies, but if it means anything, I'm sorry for whatever I might have done to you guys. Being mind-controlled ain't exactly something you can, well, control. Even though I'm still a little skeptical, I'm willing to give you guys the benefit of a doubt. I'm not in a rush to get back home anyway. Looking back at it now, I don't really have much waiting for me. Besides, freeloading inside a stranger's house is kind of thrilling. Hopefully we don't get shot or some shit. That would be bad. I don't think the owner is coming back. At least, not anytime soon. Yeah, I guess. I'm gonna go back to thinking. Don't bother me anymore, alright? I just need to come to terms with a couple things. Like Dahlia's death. And the drug dealer guy's death. I have a feeling something involves that note. I don't want to wake them. So cold. I almost forgot how cold it can get at night. Heh, I'm surprised it isn't snowing yet. It's best not to be out here for too long. The outskirts are best known for the wild animals that roam the night. Yeah, there's like a couple windows up on the top floor. Makes you think there's like 2 stories. Hmm. You know what, let's just go left. Okay, so nothing around up here. Hmm. There's a bunch of stairs leading up to the mountain. The first portion of the stairs are broken off. Okay, so we can't go up that way. There's a suitcase right there. The locked suitcase, it requires a key. Keeping a mental note of that. Alright, let's go right. See what's down this way. Okay, that was the right path. There's a church out here? Actually, the fact that somebody's ringing the bell. Is that a church? There's definitely somebody else alive out here. Locked. Figured. So much for that. Huh? What was that? Footsteps? That sounded like it was close by. Sounded like it was close by. Well, like back down the road. The footsteps are coming from over there. Like a little trail here. Oh, it's the detective guy. What the? I was wondering what happened to you. Huh? Wait a minute. Aren't you? Yeah, you are. You're one of those subjects from the Losing Light, aren't you? I remember you. Long time no see, eh? Wait, you're that detective guy. What are you doing all the way out here? I should be asking you the same thing. How the hell did you manage to survive the city? You a magician or something? Surely you aren't alone, right? Where are your friends? Are they still alive or did they... They're alive. Ah, well, that's good. The injections must have really helped, huh? Without them, you guys would be goners. Yeah. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm just making my way up to Camden University. After my camp got attacked, I kind of went solo for a bit. I tried to figure out what to do next. Though ever since I fled, I haven't seen a strand since. It's almost like they all disappeared or something. Do you have any idea where they all went? I haven't seen a strand of darkening for quite a while, and it's starting to worry me. Are they, like, planning something? Nah, they're dead. You know what? Don't even answer that. I'd rather not know. Hey, you wanna help me out with something? Depends on what it is. Is it dangerous? God, I certainly hope not. It involves an old case of mine from a long time ago. You see, a couple years back, there was an incident around these parts that went down near the lake. It involved a pretty odd murder, and it went unsolved ever since. Since I was in the area, I wanted to take the opportunity to look into it. Since I highly doubt there are any other people still lurking about. So what exactly do you need me for? Huh, funny you asked that. Do you really want to know? I'm not helping you if you don't tell me what it entails. Fair enough. I can't really do this alone. The darkening might still be out there, and I don't want to take any chances, especially since I don't exactly have an ability like you. You're almost immune, and I'm not. Having you by my side would make me feel a lot safer. Plus, there was something I wanted to ask you. I was originally going to ask back at the Losing Lights, but I wasn't exactly thinking straight at the time. Back at the Losing Light? Never mind. If you don't want to help, it's alright. I can understand how weird all of this might sound. I'm not leaving anytime soon, so if you end up turning around to join me on an old forgotten case, be sure to let me know. I'll be in the area. I'll be heading out now. I have a couple places I gotta get to before I start my investigation on the lake. Stay safe, alright? You too. What a strange guy. Learn about the lake. I am willing to bet that he is a serial killer. He is the one responsible for the murder at the lake. And if you know anything about serial killers, they always have like a pattern. He might be gunning it for Kyoko. Because he might go after like blonde women or something like that. You look horrible. Did you sleep alright? Huh. Is it that bad? Because usually when it comes to serial killers, they always have like an MO. They always have like a specific person they target. It could be like hair color, skin color, so on and so on. Besides the fact that we're sleeping in a random house, I still can't get over what I saw back in the tower. Everything happened so fast. It makes me dizzy just by thinking about it. Same here. Those androids were insane. Did you see the look in their eyes? They were so human. I'm just glad it's all over. Now that the darkening are gone, we can finally take a breather without being hassled. How about we start with getting some new clothes? Preferably something that isn't so school-like. I already checked the house. It's practically empty. There's a couple shirts here and there, but they're way too big for any of us. Sigh. Great. Well, would you look at that? Finally, some peace and quiet. Oh, hey, Minami. You have a good night's sleep? Hell no, not even close. Do you have any idea how much trauma I'm going to have by the time all of this is over? The darkening might be gone, but I'm still really stressed out. At this rate, I don't think I'll ever have a good night's sleep ever again. Yeah, I know how you feel. There's a lot to take in, you know. To think all of us were strangers to each other before the losing light. Who would have thought? Either way, what's done is done. Let's just try to move on. Actually, the house that you guys are at is like the perfect place to be because there's a farm like right outside. So you're never going to run out of food. Although I don't know if either you know how to till the crops or anything like that. I'm gonna go find something to do. Akio, I need you with me. Me? Why? What would... Just come with me. Huh? Die. I just remembered something. That note I found back at the losing light. The one Akio discarded. He doesn't know about her parents, does he? Did I tell him? No. Probably not. Good idea. Smart decision. Given what happened last time you told him. And there's Kiyoshi. Die. I never thought I would be back here. Hey. The hell are you doing out here? Your friends are back that way, not over there. Huh? These woods are fucking dangerous. Get your ass back to that cabin before you get lost. You'll regret it otherwise. Oh, it's just you. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Just leave me alone. I'm trying to think. Think? Think about what? You're alive, right? What could you possibly be thinking about? Quit being a baby. At least you weren't a hideous monster like me. Hey, I'm talking to you here. Don't ignore me. And I'm guessing this is like the lake that he was talking about. That's probably the lake where Kiyoshi's sister drowned. Hold on, where do you think you're going? Get back here. Yep. Don't fucking ignore me. I'm talking to you. Where the hell are you even going? Why are you wandering around? Your friends are going to think I fucking killed you or something. Come on. Let's go back before they start freaking out. Just go away. Leave me alone. Besides, why do you care? After what you did to me, I want nothing to do with you. I already told you that wasn't me. I might be crazy, but I'm not that crazy. Even I have boundaries. Sure you do. Look, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. You're thinking about someone, aren't you? Perhaps a close friend? Jeez, didn't I make myself clear? Sigh. Since you're so insistent, I'm thinking about my sister. Close enough. So what, did she become infected or something? Did those darkening things get to her? Just go away. Why are you still here? You're lucky my friends are nice, because if it were up to me, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. And don't say you weren't yourself, because you were still kidnapping people and selling them off to Ego long before you were infected. So I don't want to hear it. Your memories might be gone, but I know the truth. Don't act like you're innocent, because you know damn well that part of you is still there. Quit being a fucking asshole. Even if I was doing all of that, surely it was for a reason, right? That's the thing, though. There wasn't a reason. You were just so obsessed with attention that you ended up offing the competition in the process. You're an absolute nut. Look, shut the fuck up. Don't start apologizing now. I deserve what I get, and there's no way around it. Don't start getting soft because you feel bad. If you really mean what you're saying, then own up to it. Say it with confidence. I hate it when people start backtracking. It pisses me off. I have no idea what you've been through, and to be quite honest, I don't really care. However, what I do care about is what I did to you. If what you say is true, then I'm sorry, I really am. If I really did end up doing that to the girls at the nightclub, then perhaps I wasn't thinking straight. From the way you explained it, I might have been too far gone. Not even death would have saved me. Perhaps that's why I became an elder. My will had become nothing more than a deteriorated mess of obsession and chaos. So for the last time, I'm sorry. I can't take back the past, but I can certainly try to make up for it. This lake is where my sister died. What? This lake was where it all happened. This is where she drowned. Yumiko, please forgive me. Where she drowned? It looks a lot different than before, but I still remember. On the other side of this lake was where me and my siblings hung out on the day of her death. She died right there, just beyond the island in the middle of the lake. I can still see her lifeless eyes staring me down with disappointment as her body slowly drifted to the top of the water. I could have saved her. I could have helped her. But I panicked, and because of that, she's no longer here. Jeez. It's alright though. I'll get over it. I have to. For Yumiko. For my friends. Or shouldn't have to prove anything to anyone. Do it for yourself, not for others. You have no obligation to prove your worth to people. As long as you know what you're capable of, then the opinions of a bunch of worthless nobodies means jack shit in the grand scheme of things. Easy for you to say. Those nobodies you're referring to doesn't just apply to my friends, but my family as well. They blame me for her death, and now I have to live with that. I can't just disregard them. I wasn't strong enough, plain and simple, and now she's dead, all because of me. Because of you? How do you know it was because of you? Did you, like, kill her or something? How dare you? Of course not. Why would I kill my own sister? Are you insane? Oh, that's right, you are. If you seriously think you're going to get through to me, then you're a bigger idiot than I thought. If you didn't kill her, then how the fuck is it your fault? Better yet, how the fuck did she even drown? Authorities originally ruled it as a murder due to the slash marks on her body, but eventually closed the case after learning that the bruises might have been caused by her own behalf. They figured she might have gotten lost and possibly hurt while trying to find her way back, which led to her accidentally falling into the lake and drowning. But at this point, who cares? What's done is done. She's dead, and nothing I ever do from here on out will change that. Then let's go check it out. What? You heard me. Let's go check it out. Kinda hard to spot from here, but I can see an island in the middle of the lake. If you don't mind, I want to check it out. The island? But why? There. We can use that. The detective. The detective is probably the one who killed Yukimo. Yeah, because he's like here investigating a murder too. He's probably the one that killed her. Meet here around midnight. We're heading over to that island. Something about your sister drowning here of all places doesn't sit right with me. Huh? What do you mean here of all places? Do you know something? I have a lot of connections in this world. Take it from me, a death like that isn't normal. If the cops really did just brush this aside as a simple accident, then I can assure you it was no accident. Give me some time to prepare. Boat rides have a tendency to make me really sick. We'll meet back here when the sun goes down. You better get prepared as well. If the rumors are true, then I'm afraid this is going to get ugly real fast. Rumors? What rumors? Hey, wait. Yeah, there's probably a serial killer in these woods. Next up, Kyoko Takashima. Are you sure about this? Bring her in. Welcome back, subject. You have been selected to answer a series of questions. Please answer honestly. Ice cream or candy? Ice cream? Friendship or family? Family. Isolation or companionship? Companionship. I prefer isolation. Why can't I pick that? Interesting. What do you love more than anything else? Akio. Why is this one lowercase? And why is this one like full cap? Akio? I see. Does Akio protect you? Yes. Subject shows signs of emotional vulnerability. Kyoko Takashima. Please veer your attention to the TV. I'm going to display an image. Please let me know how it makes you feel. Ready? Uncomfortable, calm, scared, happy. To me, confused. I see. Our testing session for today is now complete. You may now return to your dorm. Whoa. Did I space out? I still can't sleep. It's so weird. I slept just fine back at the tower. So why am I having such a hard time now? Maybe it's the stress. Yeah, that's probably it. The stress. Hey, Akio. Kyoko. What are you doing out here all by yourself? Are you having trouble sleeping too? A little bit, yeah. What's on your mind? Still thinking about the tower? Got to admit, it was a traumatizing experience, but we managed to come out on top. In the end, I'm glad you're okay. I wasn't actually thinking about the tower, actually. Oh. I was thinking about the losing light. Losing light? What about it? Akio, do you by any chance remember what they were doing to us? It's a weird thing to ask, I know, especially after all this time, but I was just curious. I've been trying to remember, but no matter how hard I try, nothing ever comes to mind. Not really, no. I can vaguely recall some of the events leading up to the Losing Lights, but I can't remember what actually went on there. It's all one big blur. Why? Do you remember what they did to us? As far as we know, the Losing Light were originally conducting a social experiment on us. After the Darkening took over, they then turned the project into a method of testing a cure. Isn't it weird though? Why was the Losing Light so secretive about Project Dollhouse? They stuck us into a basement and proceeded to make us pretend like the outside world had never existed. Doesn't that seem strange to you? It is kind of strange, isn't it? Either way, that place is long gone. The time for answers has passed. Even if we wanted to go back, Detective Zen made sure to destroy everything inside. Our best bet is to just forget about it and move on. Dwelling on it is only going to stress you out even more. Huh. Probably why you're having trouble sleeping. I'm going to head to bed now. Try not to stay up too late, okay? Okay. Detective Zen knew a lot about the Losing Light. Maybe I should ask him what he knows. No, don't run back to Detective Zen. I'm already sketched out about him. Where would he even be? I need to find Detective Zen. He should still be at the shed. Oh, bloody footprints. What the? Is that blood? There's no one here. I'm saving it real quick. There's a book on the ground. It reads Stone Bay Industries. A book? What's this doing here? Does it belong to Detective Zen? Why would he leave this behind? Get out of there. Take the book and run. Wait a minute. Stone Bay Industries. Why does that sound so familiar? Akio. Yoko. Oh hey, what's going on? You coming in to check on me? You actually left your room. Okay, I was worried about you. Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you? Are you feeling sad? Do you need someone to talk to? I know things have been pretty grim, but cheer up, Akio. We'll get out of here. You join us for lunch tonight. Minami found a couple frozen turkeys in the back of the freezer. It's going to be delicious. She also said something about conserving food, so I'm not sure if we can eat all of it today. Either way, it's gonna be really good. You should try it. Heh, maybe. It depends on how fast we can finish this book. Book? Are you guys reading something? Ooh, what is it about? It's called Stone Bay Industries. Emmy was the one that picked it out. I remember now. This was the book Akio and Emmy were reading back at the Losing Light. But wait, why is it here? Does Detective Zen like to read as well? What was that noise? It sounded like it came from the church. That was a gunshot. The door is open. Oh God, Kyoko, you're such a stupid girl. Such a stupid girl. Hello? Is anyone here? Detective? Are you there? So stupid. I saw the blood out by the shed. Did something attack you? The detective? Is that you? What the hell even are you? I thought you were alive. She told me you guys were still okay. How did you become a strand? I thought you were immune. She lied to me, didn't she? She fucking lied. She was a strand in disguise, wasn't she? Get away from me. What? No, of course not. Why would I hurt her? Please, just leave me alone. Don't hurt me. Wait. What are you doing? Please, no. Stop. Don't do this. Please, make it stop. Oh God, make it stop. Why can't I control myself? Why can't I stop it? Oh God. What the fuck? That was... It was the face from the Losing Light. I remember now. I need to get away. I need to warn the others. Yeah. Whoa. Oh God, you guys need to help me. There's a strand down there, and it killed the detective. We need to get back to the house. We need to warn everyone else. What? The Darkner is still here. It attacked Detective Zen at the church. We need to run now. Okay, chill the fuck out. What the hell is going on? You're saying one of those monsters attacked you? Also, who the fuck is Detective Zen? Detective Zen? That's the guy from the Losing Light, right? He's out here? Not anymore. A strand got him. I overheard him talking to it down at the church. He sounded really distressed. Down at the church? Are you referring to the abandoned Omega Church? So that's what that was. Gunfire. Me and your friend here heard a bunch of pops go off, but we didn't exactly know where it came from. Quickly, go wake your friends up and warn them. I'll go check out the church on my own. Right. You too. Lock yourself in the cabin until the sun comes up. Don't let anybody in, even if it's me. I'm going to go check this out myself. You? By yourself? Are you out of your mind? But you'll die. Don't worry, I'll be just fine. If I run into any danger, you guys will be the first to know. If nothing happens by sunrise, I'll meet you guys outside the church. There's something I need to see for myself. I don't think that was a strand. I remember now. Next up, Kyoko Takashima. Each and every day, they would have me travel to this testing room to perform a bunch of mundane experiments. The test would consist of questions and theories that would make no sense. What is your favorite candy? If you were to legally change your name, what would you change it to? How old will you be in 8 years? Do you enjoy the company of others? Over and over, they would repeat the same exact questions, almost like they were trying to get into my head. In the end, the questions would always end up being something about family or the idea of having friends. Finally, after answering all their questions, they would always conclude the test session with a question about Akio before showing me a face on a monitor. I dubbed it the Face of Nightmares. It depicted a horrific, grinning man with soulless black eyes and blood-red skin. Subject shows extreme attachment to Akio Takashima. A vulnerability noted. Each test progressively got weirder, with questions about Akio becoming more consistent. It was like they were trying to dig up my inner weaknesses. They knew I was overly attached to Akio, thus making it easier to siphon information out of me. I will admit that ever since our parents died, I have become extremely clingy and sometimes downright annoying. But as much as I tried to move on, I just can't shake the feeling of losing yet another family member. Akio was the only family I had left. He was the only person I could ever look up to. He was the reason I came to Losing Light to begin with. All I ever wanted was to be by his side. Too scared to lose the only other person I cared about. But it still begs the question. Why did the Losing Light care? Project Dollhouse was a social experiment. What were they getting out of showing me a scary face alongside a bunch of meaningless questions about family? I'm missing something. A much bigger piece of the puzzle. I need to find it. Because for some reason, even though the darkening are gone, I have a strange feeling this isn't over. Well, that's definitely blood, that's for sure. So, you said you were attacked by a strand? Did you actually see a strand, or... Like I said, I heard him shooting at it. I went to the shed to see if he was still there, but when I arrived, all I found was a weird old book. Really now? Huh. Why didn't you tell us that you ran into the detective again? That guy isn't exactly the most, trustworthy. I know. I wasn't exactly thinking straight at the time. Ever since we escaped the tower, I've been spacing out a lot more than usual lately. I'm really sorry. Don't worry about it. Right now I'm more concerned about this strand you overheard. I thought we got rid of them. Shouldn't the darkening be defeated? Also, what concerns me even more is the fact that there was blood. The darkening don't just attack their victims, it consumes them. So why? Why is there blood? Because it's something else entirely. Maybe it's a different variant. Maybe. Back when we were on the train, I remember Dell telling me about an unknown variant that nobody knows about. Could this be it? I doubt it. Besides, wasn't Alethea a monarch or something? She was father's right hand, man. Wouldn't that make her a different variant? Yeah, it would. Alethea was never human. She was born and raised as a strand. So does that mean there's another variant? We're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's find Alia first. For all we know, this could be one big misunderstanding. Yeah, right. Hey, she's alive. She's alive. It's about fucking time. All of you, get in here. I need to ask you guys something. In here. As Alia opened the door, we prepared for the worst. The body's gone. I searched the entire church and found no sign of this strand. However, I did find blood. Whatever went on here wasn't good. There were bullet casings all over the room too. That was definitely gunfire we heard last night. Blood at the shed and blood here as well. Strand or not, the detective really was attacked. The question is, by who? Was it a strand or something else? You really want to know? Ha! I tell you who did this. The Omega. Huh? What did you say? You heard me. The Omega. The owners of this church. They're the ones behind this. The Omega. Who the heck is that? A group? Not just a group, a cult. Kyoshi, boy. Remember our talk back at the lake? I mentioned something about rumors, correct? There's a reason why I wanted to investigate the lake. This area was notoriously known for being a prime hotspot for shady activity. Drug deals, murders, you name it. If you can think of it, it probably happened at one point or another. The Omega were once an urban legend. The public viewed them as a secret organization only unveiled through a very specific means. As time went on, however, they were soon revealed to be nothing more than a group of people looking to terrorize others. This church was originally the site of Omega's dealings. After the police raided it, though, it became nothing more than a monument to a forgotten era. I'm also surprised none of you knew about this. It was all over the news at one point. You're kidding. A cult? So now we got cults now. Great. Fantastic. But wait. How does that have anything to do with the situation at hand? There's barely any survivors left in Camden City. Are you implying the cult is still active? No. There's no doubt about it. The cult is completely wiped out. However, it can be a coincidence that shit decides to hit the fan here of all places. The Omega was a doomsday cult. They believed that all life on Earth was pointless and that humans were corrupting our galaxy. Put two and two together, doomsday, darkening, cult, murders, crime. If you were to ask me, those crazy bastards probably had something to do with this. Okay, but what about Camden University? Where do they stand in all of this? Even if what you said was true, it's already been confirmed that they were the ones who practically caused this. Tell me, where is Camden University? Well, duh, it's just north of here. All the way up the mountain. Wait. Now you're catching on. I know my fair share of criminals, and I can guarantee you that these bastards definitely had something to do with this mess. The darkening might be gone, but I think you guys forgot that there's a lot of other threats out here. But if the cult is wiped out, then who else could have killed Detective Zen? Don't bother prying me for information, because that's pretty much all I know. If you're keen on getting to the bottom of this, then you'll have to dig deeper. Even though the police took them down, I'm willing to bet that they still had a massive influence on Camden University. If you were to ask me, I start with that island in the middle of the lake. Hell, I might even learn what happened to Kiyoshi's sister. His sister? He never told anybody else. Alright, well, we should probably head back to the cabin and let Yuko know everything is alright. Oh wow, I completely forgot about her. I hope she's alright. She's out there by herself. Yeah. What? This might come as a surprise, but I actually have emotion, Akio. Come on. Let's head back to the cabin. Alright, give me a second. I'll go find Yuko. Everyone keep an eye out for anything suspicious. I'll be right back. Hurry the hell up. The longer we wait, the lower our survival chances become. Let me guess, Yuko's gone now too. So, do you really think the Omega were the ones who killed my sister? No idea. In actuality, there were only 2 solved murders out here. Both of which were relatively easy to figure out. I wouldn't be surprised if there were more than that went unseen. I remember hearing about a lot of unsolved murders around these parts. I always figured it was the cult's doing. Let me give you some advice. Always assume the worst. Life doesn't play by the rules, and neither should you. If you want to win, you're going to have to play dirty. It's a rule I've lived by my whole life. Don't just play the game, play the person running the game. Yeah, sure, whatever you say. Jeez, I can't believe I'm being lectured by a prostitute. I'll take that as a compliment. Oh, look at that. She's alive. Alrighty then. Who wants to fill Yuko in on the situation? There's no time. Just summarize it for her. Or you could tell her along the way, you know? Let me guess. A cult. Bingo. We have a winner. What the heck? How did you know? Oh wow. Did I actually guess right? Jeez. Why am I not surprised? At this point, I am expecting all of this to be one big dream. Ever since we woke up from the losing light, it's been nothing but trouble. A cult would definitely be next in line for this sort of thing. Ha! Ain't that the truth? Anyway, what are we doing now? Are we taking the boat across the lake or what? I still want to hike up to Kendon University. After everything we saw in the tower, practically obligated to check it out. Seriously? Why are you guys so obsessed with Kendon University? We're literally in Omega territory. If you want answers, just look for their HQ. They're literally a fucking doomsday cult. The Darkening has their name written all over this. Between me and you, I don't really care about what you think. I'm going to Camden University with or without you. They clearly had ties to the Losing Light and Ego's Tower. Also, did I forget to mention that their lead scientist was trying to become a god? We're close to solving this. I can just feel it. We can't be led astray by red herrings. Red herrings? Fine, be like that. I was only trying to help. Not everyone has to come with me, that's fine. You guys are more than welcome to stay at the cabin until I return. Camden University isn't that far. The trip up the mountain will be an hour tops. But Yuko, somebody killed Detective Zen. Alia might actually be right about the cult. Detective Zen? You mean the guy from the Losing Light? He was out here? Look, I'm trusting my gut. It hasn't been wrong yet, and I'm hoping to keep it that way. We're nearing a crossroad, and we have to make a choice. We've been through so much as it is. We can't afford to get sidetracked. We're not exactly in a position to waste time. If there's still a rogue strand running loose, we have to act now. But Yuko, no Amy, no more doubts. We need to make a decision. Who's coming with me to Camden University? Sorry to be the bearer of bad news for you, Yuko, but the staircase leading up to Camden University is broke, so... I'll go. But Akio, Yuko's right. We can't get sidetracked. We've been hearing so much about Camden University. I think it's about time we paid it a visit. I'll go too. I'll go. Fine. Anyone else? Alright then. Everyone else stay at the cabin. If you decide to investigate around the area, then by all means go ahead. I'm going to figure out the truth. I'm tired of running in circles. It's about time we put an end to this. Okay, please don't go. Something doesn't feel right about all of this. If you go, I'm afraid I'll never see you again. This cult. I think it might actually be the key to solving all of this. The key? How so? Did you remember something? Back at the tower. Do you remember when me and Emmy fell into one of Morio's traps? Traps? You mean the mirrors? Oh yeah, I remember. Why? Did you get attacked like Emmy? No, I wasn't attacked. It took her back to the losing lights. Now she remembers what happened. Well, vaguely remembers. I woke up inside the old hotel-like hallway, almost like the basement level at the losing light. There was hardly any lights coming from the dusty bulbs hanging above me. The wallpaper was torn and completely devoid of any sign of proper upkeep. As I began to make my way down the hallway, I slowly started to notice the moistness in the carpet. Part of it had been completely soaked in a red liquid, something even being ripped off the floor entirely at certain points. I was scared. I knew almost instantly that something was wrong. That place I had fallen into. It almost felt like home. The doors, the ceiling, the smell. It all felt like I had belonged. Like I was living inside a dream that I had full control over. However, deep down I knew it wasn't a dream. Despite being calmed by the world's strangest atmosphere, my instincts knew that something was off. The further I traversed down the hallway, the more I tried to make me forget. It was clear in my mind, making me forget who I truly was. Then I saw it. As I continued down the never-ending hallway, I eventually caught a glimpse of a figure. It looked like a male with hair similar to Akio's. It turned for a brief moment before quickly fading into the darkness. "Hey," I yelled. "Do you know where I am?" No response. Without a single hint of hesitation, I chased after the figure. After I passed what seemed like hundreds of doors, I soon found myself at the end of a hallway. A dead end. Or so I thought. Hanging on the wall was a picture frame. And as I got a closer look to it, it hit me. It was a picture of Akio. However, I stepped closer to it. It changed. It changed into the face of nightmares. As I took a step away from the frame, I found my back up against another wall. Another. I panicked and ran into the opposite direction, only to find myself against yet another dead end. I screamed. Looking around, I quickly realized that each and every direction was now a wall, with a hanged frame of that terrifying face. Where am I? What the heck is going on? Where's Akio? I closed my eyes and covered my face. Was it a nightmare? A dream, perhaps? So many questions raced through my head as my brain tried to process what was going on. However, it didn't take long before I soon began to remember. I remembered what they did to me at the losing light. I remembered what I had to endure each and every day during this testing session. The researchers at the losing light showed me what that same image over and over, 7 days a week, and for what? What purpose did it serve? Were they trying to scare me, or was it something else? The dream wasn't any ordinary nightmare. It was a wake-up call. It unlocked a deeper part of my memories that made me remember who I was. And in a mere span of a couple seconds, all of those questions would soon be answered. As I opened my eyes, I quickly realized I was no longer being surrounded by the face any longer. Instead, it was replaced by Akio. There never was a face of nightmares. It was Akio. It was Akio the whole time. They weren't just showing me a scary image. They were warping my mind. The losing light had somehow made me believe that a simple picture of Akio was something else. What? Is that even possible? Hypothetically speaking, yes. Hypnosis can do a lot more than one's mind. Do a lot more to one's mind than you think. People like to brush it off as a simple gag, but once you research into it, you'll quickly realize that it can affect you quite a bit. Hypnosis can't exactly make you forget something. It's a lot more complicated than that. However, what it can do is change your perception on things. The losing light probably utilized this and somehow got it into Kyoko's head, slowly shifting her view on Akio over the course of many weeks. You know, it's actually kind of funny. We learned a lot about the losing light during our escape, but we never figured out what our true purpose was. Project Dollhouse was originally a social experiment. What the heck does that even mean? Using a bunch of high schoolers away from a public eye doesn't sound very genuine to me. To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if they were doing something similar to all of us. You learn about the face of nightmares. Wait a minute, the losing light? You didn't just say the losing light, did you? You gotta be fucking kidding me. You guys do know that the owner was an Omega supporter, right? Don't tell me you guys came from the losing light. Is that why you guys were wearing uniforms? Holy shit, no way. Did those crazy fuckers kidnap you guys? That place has been rumored to be an Omega haven. And you guys didn't know? What the? What? No fucking way, no fucking way. The police were all over the owner and his goons. They knew of his connections to the Omega and quickly picked up on his work at the losing light. They were never able to find proper evidence, but I remember hearing about some wacky shit around the block. The fact that you guys came from the losing light is absolutely fucking insane. Do you know what this means? Looking back at everything we've seen thus far, it actually kind of makes sense. There's a note on the table. Welcome to the Losing Light. If you are reading this, you have most likely qualified to become a part of our rookie staff team. Congratulations, you earned it. There are many things you should know, and there's a lot of ground to cover. You might feel overwhelmed at times, and that's alright. Here at the Losing Light, we have all the patience in the world. A bit on the slow side, don't worry. We have policies put in place to help you. The Losing Light has built up an expensive amount of history over the years. Familiar with any of our work? No? Well, alrighty then. Time for a history lesson. The Losing Light was first founded by Jiro Mahamis II, a brilliant entrepreneur who made his first step into the industry when he was only 14. He came up with the idea of the Losing Light in 1995, a marginal stepping stone for the business as a whole. He came up with a lot of great ideas, but out of all of them, one stood out the most. A research facility dedicated to the psychological and understanding of everyday human social behavior. One of our most treasured experiments, as well as our current focus, is our notorious Dollhouse project. Get familiar with this one, because you're going to be hearing about it for a while. The idea is simple. Relocate 6 subjects into their own personal quarters and allow them to live out their daily lives inside of the Losing Light. We have everything one might need. Dormitories, a library, gallery, and even a dedicated social area. Project Dollhouse, patient files. For level 3 clearance only. Please refer to the manager overseeing the project for any additional information. Patient 1, Akio Takashima. Age, level 3 only. Background, simple. Reasons for entry, information about the death of his parents. Patient 2, Kyoko Takashima. Age, level 3 only. Background, simple. Reason for entry, aid for patient's first mental health. Patient 3, Kiyoshi Machi. Age, level 3 only. Background, simple. Reason for entry, fame, acknowledgement from family. Patient 4, Yuko Sakuma. Age, level 3 only. Background, moderate. Reasons for entry, free from poverty, financial freedom. Patient 5, Emi Akamine. Age, level 3 only. Background, moderate. Reason for entry, aid in disabling termination of her attacker. Patient 6, Manami Amechi. Age, level 3 only. Background, complex. Reason for entry, unknown. The low clearance staff probably had no idea what was going on. It would explain why things were so chaotic over there. Most of the staff team had no idea they were working under the sleeves of the Omega. You knew about the darkening before the first time fracture, and used someone as a guinea pig to further your goals. How did you even get your hands on the darkening? Did you just like find it somewhere? As much as I love spilling secrets, this unfortunately is something that I cannot tell. Camden University had close connections to the Losing Light. In turn, Dr. O'Hara came up with the convoluted plan to use us as an attempt to solidify his place as a god. He refused to tell us where he got a strand from, and died before we could get it out of him. Hello, this is an automated email. Please refrain from responding or risk immediate termination. Below this email is attached schedule for Emi Akamine. We have received your request changes and have accordingly made them for you. Any further changes will be denied. Please see the front desk for more information. The email appears to be sent from the administration. Emi Akamine, daily chores, wake up, eat breakfast, read, socialize, eat dinner, tests, sleep. The administration kept a tight lip on things, making sure nothing got out. They forced us into a routine, making us believe it was a social experiment. Back to the Losing Light, Detective Zen was one of the first to arrive, determined to find Matsuo. Even though he was mainly there to search for the D sample, he was probably already aware of the ongoing investigations. That's also probably why he was in the area. He was likely continuing his investigation into Omega. I was so scared. Who were those people? Why did they look so similar to you? Huh? Kyoko's pocket dimension was much different than Emi's. Weirdly enough, Kyoko's help made even less sense than Emi's. Her mirrors was a lot tougher to break though, and required a tremendous amount of energy on my part. Strange, I wonder why. Alethea claimed that Kyoko's world was harder to break into. Now that we know what we know, I think it's safe to assume it had something to do with the losing light experiments. Moira's mirror world tapped into Emi's mind, making her imagine a reality only she could have created. It's most likely did the same to Kyoko. However, instead of just imagining something, it ended up unlocking a part of her memory from the losing light. But if that's the case, then where does ego fall into all of this? If we piece everything together, then it all comes down to three separate forces. The losing light Omega, a doomsday cult that had somehow convinced us at our lowest points in life to join them as a sadistic social experiment at the bottom of the facility. That's what cults do. They target the weak and prey on their vulnerabilities. That's actually true. Camden University, a mysterious force working from behind the scenes, all run by Dr. O'Hara, aka Morse. Morse came up with the idiotic plan to become a god. He used us and became nothing more than a fragment in memory lost to the wind. Ego, a company run by a woman who simply wished for nothing more than to save her sister. She became obsessed, eventually turning on O'Hara for help. He used her as well, forcing her to allow reality to collapse. All three entities had a goal in mind, and they all longed for something different. This is the truth we've been searching for. By traveling to Camden University, we will finally see this journey to an end. We've been through so much terror, so many illusions, so little time. We've all gotten to know each other, and all understand what each and every one of us wants. It's time we finish this. Time we end this once and for all. Hold on a second, Princess. Before we jump to any conclusions, I need a couple of my own questions answered first. Sure, we solved the mystery behind the losing light. Fantastic. We also figured out where Moores might have gotten the strand sample. Great. Where do I stand in all of this? What was my reason for coming to the losing light? Maybe you'd never had a reason. Huh? I've been trying to bring it up for a while, but you always seem to brush me off. Your parents, the Yamashita family, perhaps they didn't want you around anymore. What? Emi, that's a terrible thing to say. Why would you even suggest that? They're criminals, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but your parents aren't exactly good people. A lot of stuff... Emi. Akio, please. I'm not trying to be rude, but seriously the only other thing I could think of. Her parents were probably trying to get rid of her. Plain and simple. I hate being the one to say it, but you were probably forced to the losing light against your will. Unless her parents were also a part of the Doomsday Cult. And there she goes. Minami. God damn it, we don't have time for this. I'll go look for Minami. I'll head to Camden University on my own. No, absolutely not. It's way too dangerous for you to go out on your own. There's a rogue strand on the loose. We can't afford to get split up. Camden University created a desolvent. If I can get over there and find myself a sample, we could be able to kill the strand that attacks Zen. Minami can't afford to be out on her own. Find her and bring her back. This isn't a debate. As for everyone else, assuming Alia is telling the truth, if you really think it'll help us, then start searching the surrounding area. Don't leave a single stone unturned. I'm not letting Alethea's sacrifice be in vain. And off she goes. So that's what it is. Scooby-Doo shit. She blames herself for Alethea's death, doesn't she? Damn it. And off he goes. So much for leadership. Oh, chapter 2, fragments. Huh. It's so quiet. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, what if the so-called strand? Because if I recall correctly, there's 2 Akios walking around. There's the one from this timeline, but there's also the one that turned into Darkening, the one that stabbed Menemy. I am wondering if that Akio is the one we're dealing with. And it would make sense, seeing how, you know, Kyoko saw that red face. And whenever she sees her brother's face, it kind of shifts to that creepy red face. Yeah, so I'm willing to bet maybe the so-called strand is the Akio that we saw earlier. You know, the second Akio. At least that's what I'm thinking it is. But I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. Hopefully next episode we figure it out, but until then, if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. As always, until next time, have a good day.